How to study for the real estate exam in 2024. I'm here to help you pass the real estate exam. I want to see you succeed and I want to see you pass this test on your first try. Let's get into it. First, this is super important. Make sure you create a great study environment. Make sure you can find a place or create a space that's pretty quiet, well lit, and you can just focus for a couple hours without any distractions. And I think a big piece of having a good study environment is that it's a consistent place that you can study. You know, for some people, that might be a spot in the library. For other people, that might be a quiet space in their home. Just make sure it's somewhere where you can focus, 2 hours of strong focus time. The next tip is related to actually understanding the exam format. So don't waste time just haphazardly studying random things, right? Be a little bit smarter with your study methods. Know what's going to be on the test, know what topics are going to be on the test, and know what amount of the test is each topic. So for example, right, in California, we know it's going to be, you're going to have 3 hours for a 150 question test. You got to get 70% or higher. And more specifically, we know the test is broken up like this, right? You're going to have 15% on ownership of property. You're going to have 17% of the test agency, 17% on laws, right? You're going to have 14% of the test about property value, 9% on how financing works, 25% on disclosures and other real estate principles, 12% on contracts, and 8% on transfer of real property. So that's for California specifically. Other states, that you can look that knowledge up and you can study more effectively by knowing the format and what the topics are for your test. Okay, the next study hack, the third one I got for you here, create a study schedule, right? Break down what you need to study and how long you should study for, and spend a little bit of time planning, right? So for me personally, the way I passed the test was I basically set aside 5 days before the test, and I just took the practice test every day, and I gave myself a 3-hour block for each day. And some days I would finish early. I would just do the practice exam, right? I wanted to create a schedule that worked for me, but the format was most similar to the actual test that I was taking. And so I didn't try to do 4 practice tests the day before the test. I broke it out so I could be really focused in each day. So that's going to be different for everyone. The biggest takeaway from creating the schedule is that it allows you to study consistently. Okay, and so this next tip is figure out how you learn best. For me personally, my process was I like to read the chapter summaries and I would highlight. Like reading and highlighting helps you retain knowledge. Some people, they love flashcards. Some people love to listen to audio. You have to figure out what your best learning style is. And if you're not sure, test a couple out and see which ones work best for you. When it came to the actual studying for the test, I just like to do the practice questions. And after I would do the practice questions, I would take note or write down the ones that I missed as review. And so speaking of study resources, if you are interested in some free questions, you can email me. And so I've actually partnered with Calibra Real Estate. I use them for all of my studying. I got my real estate license through them, my loan officer license through them, and I'm working on my broker's license through them. So they've given me a discount code. You can get 45% off study materials. A lot of people have used this to pass the exam. If you're interested in more, go ahead and click the link. One of the most important tips that I can give you is get enough reps, right? Practice, practice, practice. My main method of passing the test was taking the practice exams over and over again. And I think this was the best way because this got me comfortable with the format of the test, right? The actual software that you'll be seeing to take the test, the question formats, and then the tricky questions, right? The language that they use in the questions. And then not only that, I timed myself. So I would always give myself the actual 3 hours. That's the California allotted time period. And I'd always do 150 questions. So just getting really comfortable with the format. Okay, and so this is gonna be my last tip, and it's really important to do this also while you're taking your exam. This might actually be the most important thing is stay healthy, right? So For me, I know that I always perform better when I feel better. If I get a good night's sleep, if I'm well hydrated, I eat well, it makes me feel more confident, and it makes me believe in myself more. It makes me less anxious. So while you're studying, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're well fed, you're well hydrated, and you're getting enough sleep. Don't underestimate the power of feeling good on test day. Those were all my top tips on how to study and how to pass the real estate exam. If you liked this video, please drop a comment. When I see your comments and they let me know that you're actually getting value out of these videos, it helps let me know that I should continue creating videos to help people just like you.